Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and hopeful prophecies in all of Norse mythology, the return of Baldur. We all know the story of Ragnarok, the twilight of the gods, a cataclysmic battle that ends the world as the Norse knew it. We hear about the epic clashes, the fall of Odin, Thor, and Loki. It all sounds incredibly final, a tragic end to a vibrant pantheon. But what if I told you that Ragnarok isn't the absolute end? What if, from the ashes of the old world, a new one is destined to rise, led by a god who was unjustly taken from it? This is the story of Baldur the Beautiful, the shining god, and his prophesied second coming. To really understand why Baldur's return is so significant, we first need to remember his tragic death. Baldur was the son of Odin and Frigg, and he was beloved by absolutely everyone. He was the god of light, joy, and purity. His presence brought warmth and happiness to Asgard. But he was plagued by dreams, dark premonitions of his own death. Worried sick, his mother Frigg traveled across the 9 realms, making every single thing, from rocks and trees to animals and diseases, swear an oath never to harm her son. It was a monumental undertaking, and it worked. Baldur became invincible. The gods in Asgard even made a game of it, throwing weapons and all sorts of objects at him, laughing as everything bounced harmlessly away. But there was one being Frigg missed, one she considered too young and harmless to bother with. The humble mistletoe. And Loki, the god of mischief, ever the agent of chaos, discovered this one vulnerability. He crafted a dart or an arrow from the mistletoe and tricked Baldur's blind brother, Hodur, into throwing it. The mistletoe pierced Baldur, and the brightest of the gods fell, dead. The grief that swept through Asgard was immeasurable. The world was plunged into sorrow. Odin's son, Hermod, bravely rode the 8-legged horse Sleipnir down to the underworld, Hel, to beg its ruler, also named Hel, for Baldur's return. Hel, Loki's daughter, agreed, but on one condition. Every single thing in the world, living and dead, must weep for Baldur to prove he was truly so beloved. And they did. The Aesir sent messengers across all the realms, and everything wept. Stones cried, trees shed tears of sap, and even the metals mourned. The world was united in its grief. But just as success seemed certain, they found one giantess in a cave who refused. "Let Hel hold what she has," she sneered. This giantess, Thok, was widely believed to be Loki in disguise, sabotaging the rescue one final time. And so, because of one being's refusal, Baldur was forced to remain in the underworld. His death was more than just a family tragedy. It was the catalyst, the first major sign that the end times were near. It set in motion the chain of events leading directly to Ragnarok. Loki was punished, chained beneath the earth with a serpent dripping venom onto his face. The bonds holding back the great wolf Fenrir began to weaken. The age of peace was over, and the age of swords and axes was upon it. So Ragnarok arrives. The sun and moon are devoured, the Bifrost bridge shatters, and the final battle rages. Odin is swallowed by Fenrir. Thor slays the world serpent, Jormungandr, but succumbs to its venom. Heimdall and Loki kill each other. The fire giant Surtur engulfs the world in flames. It's the ultimate destruction. The 9 realms are consumed by fire and then flooded by the sea. Silence. But then, something incredible happens. The Völuspá, the Poetic Edda's prophecy of the world's creation and destruction, tells us what comes next. Slowly, miraculously, the waters recede. A new earth emerges from the sea, green and beautiful, more fertile than the one before. The sun has a daughter, even more beautiful than her mother, who takes her place in the sky, warming the new world. And who is there to inhabit this reborn world? The prophecy is clear. From the realm of the dead, Baldur returns. He is not alone. His brother Hodur, who unknowingly killed him, also comes back from hell, his guilt seemingly cleansed by the world's end and rebirth. They walk together onto the green fields of Idafield, the place where Asgard once stood. They are joined by a handful of other survivors. Thor's sons, Magni and Modi, arrive, carrying their father's mighty hammer, Mjolnir, which survived the apocalypse. Odin's sons, Vidar and Vali, who avenged their father and brother, also endured. These few gods represent the new beginning. What's so powerful about this is that Baldur and Hodor's return signifies forgiveness and reconciliation. The two brothers, central to the tragedy that kicked off the end, are now the foundation of the new beginning. The blind god who threw the fatal dart and the victim of that act are reunited, their past conflict washed away. This isn't a world built on vengeance, but on healing. The new pantheon finds the golden game pieces of the original Aesir in the grass, a symbol of their past, but they are not bound by it. They are free to build a new world, a better one. The prophecy speaks of a hall more beautiful than the sun, roofed with gold, where righteous people will live in joy for all time. This isn't just a simple reset, it's a cyclical view of existence, common in many ancient cultures. Destruction isn't the end of the story. It's a necessary step for renewal and purification. The old world, with its conflicts, its broken oaths, and its inevitable betrayals, had to be wiped clean. Baldur's return is the ultimate symbol of hope. He represents light, purity, and resurrection. His death brought about the darkness of Ragnarok, but his return ushers in a new dawn. He is the promise that even after the most devastating end, life finds a way to begin again, often in a purer, more innocent form. The new world isn't ruled by a warrior king like Odin, but by the gentle, resurrected god of light. It suggests a shift from an age of conflict to an age of peace and justice. So the next time you hear about the doom and gloom of Ragnarok, remember that it's only half the story. The Norse worldview wasn't just about a glorious death in battle. It also contained this beautiful, powerful promise of rebirth, forgiveness, and a new beginning, all heralded by the triumphant return of Baldur the Beautiful. What do you think this new world under Baldur would look like? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Thanks so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this journey into mythology, make sure to like and subscribe for more. See you next time.